Hello there, everyone. Welcome to this tutorial, sort of. Today I'm just going to be showing you the basics. Not really how to build your steam engine, but how to get a grip of correctly modeling your locomotive. So, yeah. So, just to start off, I'm going to show you guys. Well, you can obviously see, if you're actually a big fan of steam engines, you could probably recognize this. This is a Hunslet. It's a narrow gauge engine. Haven't named it yet. This is just kind of like a fun little free build that I decided to make. Here's the one buffer, as you can clearly see, sprung. Buffer and the buffer beam. It's not all been rendered yet. As you can see, there's still some rendered pieces to it. Like the regulator, the reverser, but the most rendered thing here is the water glass, which here I'll show you here in up closeness. You guys can probably tell. I can't tell because I can't see the recording. You can probably see that my mouse is a little bit laggy, and I'm very sorry for that. I can't really help it. This computer does not have a lot of space on it, and this file is very big. And having a software going at once with this it doesn't help my computer out. But enough about that. So just please try to excuse it. You might just kind of have to deal with it, but I'll try to explain this the best way I can. Alright, so you might be first thinking, how did I get to this and how did I make this all shiny? Well, I'll show you. So if you don't know even where I am or how I got that, and you're looking inside, you probably went over here to this, and you probably saw this. And you're like, what is he looking at? Well, we're not actually in this. What we are in is, if you go up here, you'll most likely say Blender Render. I want to click on that and go down to Cycles. Cycles is it helps render colors in your model smoother and better, so it looks a lot nicer. That's at least what I've been told, what I've heard. Don't know if that's completely right. Just don't yell at me in the comments, because I don't want to feel sad. But that's weird. Sorry. So we're gonna start. So what we can do, I'm just gonna Blender Render. Just delete that because we don't need that there. Cycle. So what we're gonna do first is quite simple. So first, we're gonna add a new material. Like that. And then what we can do is we're going to do glossy. So then you'll get this nice reflective shine. Now it's kind of hard to see, especially because this is all the same color. And then there's roughness. Roughness basically kind of how reflective it is and how much a light can bounce off of it. You can see as I go down, see how it kind of disperses more. And then if I go all the way up, then it just kind of becomes a sad blob, And then all the way there's as reflective you can get. Then you got this as your color wheel. I'm going to put it as a tint of red. That's the little code thing right there. If you guys want to use it, if it turns out good. I normally like to use sharp because, like I said, it just makes it look a bit better. I don't know why I clicked on that. So now you'll see, if we go here, and you'll kind of see how I did all that. And you can also see how it's kind of reflecting. I don't really want it to be too reflective. I still want it to be somewhat see-through. Actually, I forgot Sharkman. I'm singing of this. Sharp, I forgot that it's more for mirrors and stuff, not for actual metals. You want Beckman. That's what I would recommend. So make it somewhat reflective, more like that-ish, where it's kind of reflective but not by a lot. If you're wondering what I just did over there, I actually keep clicking the sides of my mouse. That's my fault. So Okay, so you can see how it's still got a little bit of that dispersed, of the color like dispersed right here on the edge, but that is okay. Alright, now we've done all this, now what we can start to do is more parts of the actual wheel itself. And I'll show you what that will be. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to join all the boxes here of the axle. You can just join all of these guys together. And the color they can be will be black, and they'll be black along with the chassis, yeah, the chassis, right? Whatever. Oh, no, that's not what I want. And then I don't like doing all the way black. I say about all 7 gray. That's good. It's a good, because it's still enough to be dark, but it's not enough just to look totally ugly. So you then do this, J. And then one thing that also helps, not that, is you can go to edge split and just hit apply. I'll go to my camera here. Okay, yeah, that don't look half bad. If you're wondering what edge split does, I'll explain it to you actually really quick, because I found this out and I was like, dude, that's so helpful. So say you have this cylinder and you're like, I don't like all the edges, and you don't want to have to like increase all the vertices and stuff to make it all flat. So you go over here to shading and do smooth, and you look at it, but it like looks really weird, like it's dark in some places it shouldn't be. It just looks kind of like it's been squashed and stretched. One way to fix that, if you go to add modifier in your little modifier tab, and in the generate right here, you can go down to edge split, and you'll see how it smooths it out. And the more you bring it up, the smoother it gets, until it just kind of goes all the way up to smooth. So past 90 is bad, and then if you go too low, you can see how it becomes blocky. But I don't need to use that at all. So now that all of those are all black, then what I'm also gonna do is we're gonna go around and we're gonna take all these little connecting pieces, or little, they're not eccentrics, they're like some sort of crank, and join them all together. Well, actually they're already been smoothed. So, no, not that. This, diffuse, glossy, I don't know. I kind of want it more like a harder red, a little bit deeper, a lot more rough. Let's try one. Actually, no. What I want to do is actually go back to the camera. Let's see how this looks. Looks, I think it looks a little too dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all the light I can possibly add to it, and just kind of see what that leaves me with. It could also just be this angle, so take a look at it from the side. It's a good color, too deep though. I'm gonna kind of about there, edge it up towards. Yeah, right. Let's try this. Okay, so this is also just about experimenting, so that looks good. I like them. Oh, I didn't even add that yet. I'll have to add that sometime. Alright, so now for the rods. Actually, you know what? We're gonna have to hand slip. There we go. Should probably put logo. I don't care that I don't spell right. Alright, so it looks like it has black rods and such with black pistons. Okay, well, or red. I'm gonna go with black. So, okay. So that means that both of these guys now joined. I'm gonna join them with the eccentrics. I'm gonna do smooth. And see how now these also look really weird? You can, and if you just go to edge split, see how it just smooths them all out? So then we can go back here. You can take a look at this. Not half bad. You can see though how down here, how it is kind of weird. It's weird like that kind of because I only used a 2D picture. I didn't have a front picture because I just looked one up. So instead of like getting files from, you know, how to make an actual locomotive, which I recommend, but that's going to be a whole nother video. So, yeah. Okay, so let's get back to this. Alright, so now we're going to have to start doing the actual little, what are these? I always forget what these are called. The little shaft piece in this. Now these are all going to be the same. So this, and then this, and this, and then this, J. And those are just going to be a nice, simple shine and a glass. Yeah, just nice and white. Okay, about there. 122 is fine. Okay, and then just check this all over again. Like, yeah, it's okay. One thing we could try it with. Well, no. Never mind. Bad idea. Sometimes I always do that where I like push it in and I don't get it. And I'm like, oh crap. That looks pretty good. Let's try it from the side view. It's always fun to look at your engine from the side view in a rendered mode. Speaking of just rendering an engine, so say like you go over here and you hit render, and it reminds you that it only render from the camera, like the actual camera thing there, by pressing 0, that. It will only render it from there. So because of that, you know, you have to have your little thing. But besides that, what I also recommend you is once you get all this all nice and however you want it, what I recommend doing is I recommend that you, like right before you go to bed, you start up the render, and then you go to bed or do whatever for a few hours or maybe an hour, and then you come back to it, because I've learned that if you just let it sit, there's things that are called fireflies. I know I'm going a lot off topic, but this will be really quick. It's actually very good information to know. There's things called fireflies we might see. I've seen them in a lot of my old pictures. They're like little tiny white dots, or like little tiny like speckles of like other color that's being reflected off. And it's just because I can't quite describe. Sorry, I hit the microphone. I can't quite describe it, but like it's the light bouncing off, and it's like it's messing with the light and how the light, because if you have multiple lights, like say like there's, what I press, if like there's this light and it's shining this way, and you have another one's over here that's shining like from like over here to there, and then there's color bouncing off of it, like when you go to render it, it could like be up here, because that's where some of the light is coming off of, so it's like refracting into that area. So besides that, going off topic, that's just kind of that. Okay, we can get back to the actual thing we came here for, which was to help 3D model in quotation marks your steam locomotive. I'm gonna also make these guys black, so I'm just gonna pair them with this. Even though it's not a good idea, you shouldn't really do that. Pair them with like a whole little group, but you can. I do it. It's not like it's forbidden or anything. Yeah, okay, that's nice. You see these little speckles here? How they're all bouncing off? Eventually, if you let this load long enough, those will go away. It's also called noise as well. It's called noise, fireflies, whatever you really want to call it. I've already done the wheels, I think. Yeah, I've already done the little axle pieces. So that's like the kind of the first part. And then you can do whatever you want for the boilers. Boilers are a bit different. They're not by a lot though. You can just use glossy. I want like my engine to be like like that. Like a nice like dark apple green. That's kind of like what I want. Something along the lines of that. Even though it's not supposed to be really reflective. And then what you want to do is I say it's, I think like 600 is pretty good. But that still gives it though like a little more, that kind of look. I've actually never tried using Sharp. That's actually kind of an experiment for me. I've never used Sharp to make a boiler. I've used it for like mirrors. Oh yeah, so you can see how it reflects off of everything else. So it's definitely not what you want for this. Well, let's try 311. I'm saying I'm not a total expert at this, but I have been doing this for a little while, so I do know what I'm doing. Let me go down just a little bit more. Turn 213. That looks good. So then I'm gonna keep that. And then you can also, and for like, I'll just do these last few quick ones. So I'll do these little guys. Oops. This, J, this. Let's see how that looked. Not bad. And then what we can do is then I could take this with this, J, zero it, smooth. See, if like it starts getting weird like that, you can just try edge splitting. Hit apply. Did I do something? I think I might have. What'd I do? Oh. Crap. Okay. Well, that was not supposed to happen. There we go. So now you have the black running board. It's nice and reflective, reflecting all the rivets. And then rivets with them themselves. We're going to finish off by doing all of the rivets, and then that's just going to be it for this episode. I doubt there's probably anyone who've seen my old videos on here. I'm going to still keep up my old cup video, because though that video was very helpful, and it's funny because that video that I made, I still use it today. So it's like, oh, you know, it's very good. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I really do try my hardest to try to explain it. Now, this, you probably can already tell, is not for a beginner, but it's not for like people who've been doing this for years. It's just like an intermediate. It's like a halfway there sort of thing. I'm just gonna make these very thin. It's still kind of dark. Maybe a little more. That's good. Well, now that I think about it, most engines don't actually have that. These are mostly colored gray, and this is colored whatever color this is. I guess I might have to change that. That is why we use those buttons. So wait. Okay. Well, that's really it for this episode. I'm not going to continue too much on this. I might make a cap tutorial, but I really doubt it's going to be on this engine. So I thought I'd just give a little example. So, see you all later. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, do all that kind of fun stuff. It would really mean a lot to me because this is just one thing I really love doing. And if you guys have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. And, you know, if you need any video ideas or things that you don't know, I will try my best to get them out, you know. So, all the, like I said, like, subscribe, please. You don't have to. So, I'm just ranting now. Alright, bye.